God has a message for you today. Listen closely. No matter what you may be facing right now, God is with you. He sees your struggles, your fears, and your hopes. Today, He wants to remind you that walking in faith isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. In moments of doubt, He calls you to trust in His plan, knowing that His promises are true and unshakable. So, open your heart and hear His message for you today. No matter where you are, God is always by your side, ready to lead you forward with unshakable faith. My beloved child, I see the weight you carry, the burdens that feel so heavy on your heart. In times of struggle, it often feels like you are walking through darkness, unable to find your way. Your fears, your doubts, and your worries cloud your mind, making it hard to hold on to hope. But today, God wants you to know that even in the midst of your most difficult moments, He is with you. He sees every tear you shed, every prayer you whisper, and every silent cry you make for help. He is not distant or unaware of what you are going through. In fact, He is closer than you may realize, walking beside you through every trial. God has never promised that the journey would be easy, but He has promised that He would never leave you nor forsake you. In Deuteronomy 31 verse 6, He says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." These words are not just for the Israelites in the Old Testament, they are for you today, in your life. God is with you. He is walking with you, even when the road is uncertain, even when the world feels like it's crashing down around you. But the question is, will you trust Him? Will you trust His plan even when things don't make sense? Faith is not about seeing the way clearly, but about trusting the one who holds the future in His hands. It's easy to have faith when everything is going well, but true faith is tested in the fire. It's in those moments of uncertainty, when everything seems impossible, that faith is most important. And that's when God is calling you to walk in unshakable faith. You may feel like you are standing at the edge of a cliff, unsure of how to move forward. The world around you may be shaking, and your circumstances may be overwhelming. But God's message for you today is simple: trust in His faithfulness. He is your rock, your refuge, and your fortress. When everything around you is uncertain, He remains constant. His promises are true, and He will always make a way, even when you cannot see it. In times like these, it's natural to feel afraid. It's natural to doubt. But remember this: fear and faith cannot coexist. Fear makes you focus on the impossible, while faith allows you to focus on God's ability to do the impossible. When you choose to walk in faith, you are choosing to believe that God is bigger than your circumstances. You are choosing to believe that His plan is greater than your understanding. There may be times when the road ahead looks unclear, and you wonder how things will work out. You may face challenges that seem insurmountable, but God is asking you to trust Him. He wants you to take that step of faith, even when you cannot see what lies ahead. Just like when Peter stepped out of the boat to walk on the water, his faith allowed him to do the impossible. But when he took his eyes off Jesus and focused on the wind and the waves, he began to sink. The key to walking in unshakable faith is keeping your eyes on Jesus, no matter the storm around you. You might not have all the answers, and you might not understand why things are happening the way they are. But remember, God's ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. Trusting God means surrendering your own understanding and relying on His wisdom. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." As you walk through life, there will always be seasons of challenge, of waiting, and of testing. But in every season, God is working. He is refining you, shaping you, and preparing you for what's ahead. You might not understand it now, but His plan for your life is greater than you could ever imagine. What seems like a setback is often just a setup for something better. When things don't go the way you expected, remember that God's timing is perfect, and His ways are higher than ours. In Isaiah 55 verses 8 to 9, God says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts." This verse reminds us that we don't always see the full picture. We may see a small part of the story, but God sees the beginning and the end. He is the author of your life, and He is writing a story that is far beyond your understanding. Trusting God with your future means letting go of the need to control every detail. It means surrendering your own plans and allowing God to guide you in His perfect way. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges. In fact, sometimes the challenges are a part of God's plan to grow your faith. But when you trust in Him, you can walk with peace, knowing that He is in control, even when things seem out of your hands. Have you ever felt like giving up? Like everything is just too much to bear? Maybe you've been praying for answers, for breakthrough, but it seems like God is silent. In those moments, it's important to remember that God's silence is not His absence. He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events in your favor, even when you can't see it. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean God isn't at work. Faith is believing in what you can't see, and trusting that God is moving even when it feels like nothing is happening. Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us that, "We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Even when things don't go according to plan, God is working them out for your good. Your story is far from over. The best is yet to come. If you can continue to trust Him, even in the darkest moments, you will see how God turns your pain into purpose, your struggles into strength, and your doubts into faith. Walking in unshakable faith doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It means that when the challenges come, you will not be moved. When the winds blow, you will stand firm. You will trust in God's goodness and His faithfulness. You will believe that His plan for you is always good, even when it feels hard to understand. And no matter what comes your way, you will walk in the confidence that God is with you, leading you, and holding you through every storm. As you move forward today, choose to walk in faith. Trust that God is working, even when you cannot see it. Know that He is faithful to His promises, and He will never leave you. With each step, hold on to His truth. He is always with you. You are never alone. And He will lead you to a future filled with hope, peace, and unshakable faith. Remember, your faith is not in vain. Every step you take, no matter how small, is an act of trust in God's plan for your life. Even when the path seems unclear, trust that God is guiding you with love and wisdom. He is not only leading you toward your purpose, but He is also transforming you along the way. The challenges you face today are shaping you into the person He created you to be. When you walk in unshakable faith, you can face each day with confidence, knowing that God's presence is always with you. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. So, don't be discouraged when the road is tough. Keep pressing forward, for God is faithful, and He will never let you down. Trust in His perfect timing, and believe that your breakthrough is on the way. Keep walking in faith, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. Today, I want to share with you a powerful verse that reminds us of the strength we find in walking by faith. In 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7, Paul tells us, "For we live by faith, not by sight." This simple yet profound truth calls us to trust in God's promises, even when the path ahead is unclear. When we rely on our own understanding, we limit ourselves to what we can see. But faith opens our eyes to God's greater purpose, even when the circumstances around us seem impossible. Walking by faith means choosing to believe in God's plan when the world tells us to doubt. It means trusting that His timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with our own. As you face challenges today, remember this verse. Choose to walk in faith, knowing that God sees the bigger picture and is guiding you every step of the way. His promises are sure, and His faithfulness never fails. Stay strong in faith, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. Even when the road seems uncertain, trust that He is leading you towards something greater. Your breakthrough is coming, and your faith will unlock the miracles you've been waiting for. Remember, no matter what you face, God's presence is always with you, guiding you, loving you, and holding you close. Keep walking in unshakable faith, and know that He will never leave you. If this message encouraged you, please consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear it today. And don't forget to subscribe for more messages of hope and faith. May God bless you on your journey.